Шорик.
Еще раз.
Шорик.
Шорит?
Шорик.
Шорит.
Шорик, я напишу.
Да, знаете, вспоминаю, как мне отец рассказывал, что вот он в молодости, когда в институте учился, там у него был одногруппник, его звали как-то Шаим, ну как-то что-то вот сложное такое имя, не совсем по-русски произносящееся. Он что-то произносил неправильно, говорит, Шашаген.
Мы начинаем, все.
Случайно его Шашагеном назвал, говорит, ладно, все,
Клеймите
успокойся.
мы в эфире, давай начинаем.
Лучше так, да, лучше так.
Hello, everybody. We welcome you on the first round of the second Stepan Avagyan Memorial, which is, as we see by previous rounds, is going in a very intensive way. All games are very interesting, rich on contents, and full of real fight, and we can really enjoy it. But before to pass on our main duty of commenting interesting games, I would like to, as I already mentioned, that it's second memorial, and so the first one was organized last year, and the main organizer was and the main organizer of the current tournament is as well is the Chess Academy of Armenia, under the leadership of our legendary grandmaster and Olympic champion, European champion, Sambat Lopetian. And so if we taking into account that last year was a bit horrible year because of well-known pandemic, which is already annoying a little bit, so we can say that it was a big achievement to organize it. So they managed it, and so well done, and I really hope that this tournament will become a traditional one, and many of us, chess players, chess fans, could really enjoy it. So let's start. Let's have a look at what the pairings we have.
Yes, today playing Martirosyan Paravan.
Today the first pair is Martirosyan Paravan David. Yeah, we have to say that Paravan is one of the leader. He has 2.5 points out of 3. Then we have Tersakian Samuel against Petrosyan Manuel. Then we have Garibian Mamikon against Akopian Aram. The other pair is Sarkisyan Shant and Sevian Samuel. By the way, with yesterday's winning, Sarkisyan Shant, he joined to Paravan David, and he has as well 2.5 points. So he is co-leader, and let's see what they will do today. So the next one is Harutyunyan Tigran against Gabuzyan Hovanes, and they have already started.
Yes, I think it will be a very interesting game. Solid Tigran with Hovanes on fire.
Yes, so with very risky Hovanes, yes. And so we see E4 or D4 probably. Wait, check. Let me check. What was the first move? D4, G6 and D4. So then they transpose it to I don't know what, to Ufimtsev, of Pirts, or what? It can be anything, yes?
Yes, or modern defense.
Modern also. Defense, it can be King's Indian even.
Yes, very interesting.
Yes, let's have a look. Hovanes is thinking, very, very strange, or not? No, Bishop G7.
Tigran is thinking.
Okay,
all is normal, Tigran thinking.
No, okay, Bishop G7 is played. No, because I forgot to put Bishop G7. And let's move back a little bit and let's have a look. Shant is playing against Samuel, and they have Ragozin. Wait. They have Ragozin or Vienna. No, it's Ragozin. Okay, it depends how Sevian will play. With C5 or C6, so it can be also orthodox system. CD5 takes, so let's have a look at the other openings. Mamikon is also very solid, by the way. He chose Catalan.
And now Aram choose DC.
DC. No, it's a main. Yes, it's a main line. Knight f3, bishop e7. But everything is possible. It's possible to play queen a4 check. So it's.
Yes, but it is Gambit Catalan, so it will be very interesting.
Yes. Yeah, knight f3.
My subscribe pawn, and it's very sharp lines.
No, after bishop b4 check, it can be sharp. Yes, but with bishop e7, then it's just a typical Catalan with queen c2, a6, a4. Let's check another opening.
Yes, and now c5, very solid line, c5.
Wait. Okay, c5. Yes, c5.
It's a very solid move, but I want to say that black can play another move. a6, for example.
Yes,
a6,
bishop e7.
Knight c6.
Yes, that's what I said. a6 is possible. Knight c6 is possible. Bishop b4 check is possible as well. Bishop e7 as well. So I think bishop e7 is very typical Catalan. Yes, with castle, then queen c2, a6, a4, bishop d7. Yes, take.
Yes.
Bishop c6 or a5. I don't remember how do you play. Knight c3, a5, something like that, or bishop f4. So, but black chose c5 instead of developing bishop. Knight f3, c5, castle, knight c6, and I think here queen a4 or dc5 is possible. Yes, dc5.
Also possible knight f3 or knight d5.
Knight e5, knight e5. I know queen a4. If cd4, then knight e5.
Yes, it's
I think
very important line. But
yes, it's one of the important lines. Yes, but on queen a4, bishop d7, I think it's.
Yes, it's main line, but
main and a little bit more safe line. Yes, for black.
Yes. By the way, Mamikon went on the endgame after DC.
Yeah, he chose to play endgame. Okay, queen d1. Rook d1, bishop c5, knight d2, and I think c3. Yes, it's the line. Or not?
Yes, c3. Yes. Only this move because if black
castle, then
castle, yes,
yeah, just
so
take on
knight c4. Yes,
knight c4, and then with knight d6, probably their exchange of one bishop will be forced. So then it's very pleasant endgame for white.
So c3 was
c3
played.
is played. bc3. No. Castle. Let's check another game. Tersakian Manuel. What I see, it's 1-0. I think.
Yes, it is another prediction. Now, okay.
But have you noticed? It's always happened with Tersakian Samuel's game. Even from the first round, when he played against Gabuzyan, when it was reversed Dutch. Do you remember? They put knight e5, queen c7, and it was draw.
And it was another prediction in the game. Sargsyan Shanta Rotinian Tigran. So we will check it. This prediction.
Yes.
Okay. So some spoiler.
Yes.
Okay.
Spoiler. But it's what is this? This is history. So it's Orthodox. So we see Orthodox system. And which game we have? I don't see any move in a game of Hakan David.
No, it's Slav defense, Moscow variation.
Okay, maybe they have some problem with transmission because I don't see on chess24. Let me check.
A very interesting game.
Let me check. I don't see it. Okay, it was like this: d4, d5,
Between two bright
c4,
players.
c6, knight f3. I'm just putting by myself the moves because on chess 24 there is something wrong with the game's transmission.
Okay, I can.
I will put the moves.
d4, d5.
Wait a moment. h6, takes on f6, queen f6,
Yes.
queen b3,
a5,
e3, knight d7, and bishop d3. So we have this position. Okay. Let's have a look in other games. Let's have a look what Ovanes, which setup he chose. So it's just only knight f3, d6, bishop e2. I think it's a typical classical Pirts.
Maybe
No,
Tigran.
but it can transpose to the King's Indian if white plays c4 somewhere.
Yes, maybe Tigran try to provoke his opponent.
Yes. Let's back to the other games.
Very solid move, bishop e2.
Yes. Kind of flexible, yes?
Very flexible, yes. And as you say, Tigran keeps possibility to play c4.
Yeah, that's important. Shant and Samuel. So they have Ragozin? Yes, Ragozin probably.
Yes,
Quite
bishop b4.
Bishop f4, yes. Knight e4, rook c1, and then queen e7. Queen e7.
Very rare move. I don't know this
Queen
move.
e7, I don't know either. I think once I played c5 instead of knight e4. I think it's a very very energetic move. This 5 and ambitious move.
Queen e7. What's the point? I can't understand. If white
with queen e7, knight e4, queen e7.
Queen e7.
What is the point? It's a good question. What is the point?
Okay, maybe black waits e3 move and want to play g5 and h5.
No, this is the idea of the line. Yes.
Yes, the main line is knight c6 move instead queen e7.
Queen e7. Here.
Yes. Yes, knight c6 is main line. Knight c6, knight d2.
Knight d2, but I'm wondering, is it not possible to play knight d2 on queen e7 as well? The typical answer, yeah, that kind of.
Yes, yes.
Or it's no, maybe it's not possible, no. No, knight d2 maybe not possible. Or it is.
Of course possible. What problem?
This is the idea. So you can take bishop s3, and then your bishop is not hanging on a3, so you don't have queen a4 check.
But after knight c6, there is also no idea.
There is also no the idea. This is the same. Yeah.
Of course, in c6, black knight is some misplaced, but
yes, but somehow you want to push c5 before playing knight c6.
Okay, maybe. Okay.
But let's think. Let's a bit. What? Yes.
Sounds strange for me, but it is possible.
By the way, no, knight d2 is not played. I thought it's played.
Okay, very creative decision. Queen e7.
Queen e7.
I'll check it on database. It's interesting for me. Maybe it's novelty or very deep novelty, very important novelty. Yes. It was only one game, Giria Zun, which played 2 years ago.
In the internet?
No, it was OTB tournament.
Okay. And when it was?
2
years,
It
3
was
years.
it was in China, I think, in team
In team
national
okay, in Chinese league.
national championate of
Okay,
China.
Chinese league. Okay.
Chinese league. So Gira played knight d2, knight c3, bc, bishop a3, rook b1, castle.
Rook b1 and castle. Yes.
A strange position, of course, but it's possible. Okay.
Knight d2 is played. I think Samuel will take on 3, take, rook b1. Why not c6 instead of castling? Why not c6?
In the game,
Shant and Samuel.
Excuse me, in which moment?
Like we analyzed, they played queen e7, knight d2, knight c3, bc3, bishop a3, rook b1. No, rook b1 isn't played yet.
No, rook b1 not played. So
yeah, it's not played yet. But you just checked on the database that you said that there was a game. Okay, rook b1 now is played, and in the game of I don't remember, Giri, you said?
Yes.
Black played castle, yes?
Okay, I understand the idea. Okay, I understand.
Wait,
maybe
and my question is, why not to play c6?
Instead
of castling, yes. Instead of
no. The idea that black can play short castle and after e3, g5, and f5. This idea.
This is okay. This is the idea. So you keep this line closed for a bishop.
I think it's totally impossible that Zun played this line without any knowledge. It's totally impossible, I think.
But rook b1 is played. Let's have a look.
Very strange position, I must say. Very strange position. c6. Okay, c6. c6. And Samuel played very quickly.
c6. He played c6.
So it's part of his preparation.
Strange, but I don't see the. I don't see this c6.
Okay, c6 with the idea to play bishop f5.
Bishop f5, yes. That was my idea.
But I can prevent it. I can play queen c2.
Queen c2.
Strange position, very strange.
No, but Samuel played castle.
Okay, castle is normal move, and after castle is this maybe main line of this.
E3, then g5.
E3, g5, bishop g3, f5, and bishop e5 seems like only move. Knight c6 and f4.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. It's not possible to play something like queen h5.
Wow, queen h5
F4?
after f5, yes?
Yes,
queen h5.
and then bishop d3.
But h7 pawn is not hanging now.
Not hanging now.
Okay, you want to subscribe the piece,
yes. So I want to play
wow.
Next move. I want to play knight f3.
Okay, I respect it. Bishop d3, fg, hg.
fg3, h3.
Rook f7.
Knight f3.
Wow, what idea! Bravo! It's very interesting. Rook g7 is only move also.
Rook g7 is only move, but it's Then you forced me to calculate. Force me to calculate.
Okay, maybe we can improve your idea, something like queen f3 instead queen h5. Take
Okay.
d5 with the
Then
same idea.
okay, then d5 is hanging. It's also possible.
Okay, but I can play c6 instead of f4, so maybe it's not a good idea. Okay, but what's wrong with bishop e5 and f4?
Bishop e5. Nothing is wrong. I just wanted to to play more aggressive.
As aggressive as possible, yes?
Yes. I have seen enough games of Hovanes, and I'm very impressed by his style.
You cannot remember these games, yes?
Yes, so I want to try it on my own.
You cannot forgot these
Yes,
games.
it's not possible. They are not forgettable. So
Okay.
bishop e5, but bishop e5 maybe I just can play knight c6.
Knight c6, f4.
No, knight c6, f4. Okay. Uh-huh. Take, and then f4. What if I take, f4 or c5? What?
This is a question. f4 seems very logical, so we can check it. f4, f4, e4, g4. What a mess. Fire on the board.
But okay, Shant is still thinking. Let's check in other games. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Wait. There is something wrong with.
Okay, I predict.
Okay.
I predict quick draw in the game. Garibian Akobian. It seems like totally equivalent game.
Akopian Garibian. Yes, it's a Catalan. Yes, with endgame.
Yes, Catalan position very simplified now.
Knight b3, bishop e7, knight d4, bishop d7, bishop g5 was played. Rook a8. Yes. Knight f5.
I think it will be quick draw. The first result of.
Yes.
This round.
Probably you're right. Yes.
Okay, but we can understand. Start was very tough for
Yes, but yesterday I think Aram had a very intensive game against Samuel.
So they need a rest.
Yeah, they need a rest time. And let's check. The game of Hike and David. So I think they fixed the problem already. I can see the moves. After queen b3, a5, e3, knight d7, bishop d3, bishop d6, castle. So that's what we have now.
Typical position for this variation of Slav defense. So white has some edge, but black has pair of bishops. So
pair of bishops and quite a solid position.
It will be an interesting fight, I think.
Yes.
I need to back to the business in this tournament.
Yes. So as we see, he's not in a good shape. By now, maybe he will be recover, but somehow he can't find his real playing style. Yes. Yesterday he could escaped miraculously by repetition. Let's have a look. Another one. Let's have a look. Okay. Samuel and Manuel. They have very classical Orthodox system. Knight f3. Probably rook e8 will be played. And we check another game yet.
It's very, very well-known position in the theory.
Wait a bit. Shant and Samuel. Wait, it was Shant and I'm a little bit confused. That is Shant and Samuel game, not a Mamikon and Samuel.
Well,
I think they put wrong the names. And the other one is and the other one is Mamikon with Aram. They were a little bit wrong with the names, you see?
funny.
And so Tigran and Hovanes, they have peers, classical peers.
I think this is not wrong mistake. It's not possible now in this game. Okay, if we see Ovanes, we understand that modern defense or peers, it's normal.
It's normal, yes.
It's not mistake, of course, yes.
With one of the fianchettos, yes, or advanced fianchetto.
Okay, mistake is not possible now, but okay, it was game Sarxian, Sivian.
Yeah, it was. Yes.
Draw, yes.
It was Sarxian and Sevian with Catalan, and the other one it's Mamikon and Aram. No, it raised our line. Yes, this is we have already seen. This is still, they are still busy with playing, with developing pieces. 5, let's have a look. Knight f3. Samuel and Manuel, they are also still playing opening. But this is very much suits to Samuel, this system. To his style, yes?
Yes.
Rook e8. Castle. I don't think Samuel will choose the line with long castle. What do you think?
Maybe.
It will be very classical game with short castle, then rook b1, b4. Typical pawn attack on the king side in the Orthodox system.
Yes, very classical move, yes.
But I still don't understand why there is 1-0 on the board. They should fix it, otherwise it's not nice.
Okay, it's typically a pawn minority attack.
Yes. But rook e8 played. That's what I said. I don't think Samuel will choose with opposite side castling.
Yes, and very cunning move is knight ge2 instead knight e3 in 9th move.
Yes. Then yes.
More flexible. It's more flexible move and more cunning.
Yes, then you have you can keep on your mind the idea with f3 and then pushing e4. or long castling. But it's also possible, I think, to long castle here. Yeah.
Of course.
But it's again still up to taste. Then H3 G4.
Yes, if it was a game of Gabuzyan,
yeah, it would be like that for sure. Okay, rook e8, and now Samuel is thinking, and we will check another game. High play queen c2. I think David will play queen e7.
Okay, Paragon play very solid, very solid in the game with Manuel also. So he tried
I think he's in a very good shape.
Yes, he tried to play solid and good.
Yes, d4 he took. Bishop c4 will be followed, and then I guess he will play queen e7.
I'm not sure about this. DC, maybe queen e7 first.
Yeah, yes, that was my idea as well. I thought maybe first better to go home with queen.
Okay, of course it's possible, but what after?
But still, anyway, this is the black idea to take on c4 and place e5. It's a very typical to this structure.
But now b5 square is weakened in this case, so okay, bishop c4, maybe b5, bishop d3, bishop b7. Okay, bishop c4 was played.
Yes, bishop c4 is played, and queen e7.
Queen e7.
Yeah, that was predictable.
Without any thinking, okay.
Yeah, no, it's okay, it's normal. And then I think e5 will be coming soon. Knight e4 probably.
Bishop c.
Bishop c7. Yes.
Okay, typical fight. This variation.
And let's check another game.
But I want to say that a5 pawn. I don't know. It's really
if it was necessary or not.
I think it's not necessary, but okay. White lost some tempo with queen b3 and queen c2, so yes, maybe it's possible. But I'm afraid in some point maybe b5 square will be weakened. So I think it is problem. In a6 pawn seems more solid.
But okay, we will see a little bit later what was on David's mind.
Or on a7. Also in variation like b6, bishop b7. B6 pawn maybe will be weak. Some weakness in some cases. So I'm not sure, but okay. It's very
but probably he has something on his mind when he played e5.
Okay, if we go back, I think idea of a5 move is prevent to e4, because now e4, d, knight e4, bishop b4 check in some point. So it's some kind of prophylactic.
For bishop b4 check, yes.
So after this, I need to play e3, and only after this, normal development, knight d7, bishop d6, and castle. So this idea is normal. Okay.
Let's move forward.
Let's move forward
and what? Some will play bishop f4. It's all well known already. Bishop f4.
Yes, typical waiting and useful move.
Yes. And then Shant against Samuel. Yeah, it's very much equal. Very much equal.
Mm. Yes, by the way, Arutinian played e5, e5, DE, DE.
e5 he played. Okay.
But I'm not sure about e5
Yeah.
because black can play knight e8 and knight c7 and knight
Knight
e6.
e6, yes. I think de5 will be followed, yes? de5,
Yes.
knight e8.
Yes, I want to say that pawn on
Bishop
e5 could be weakness in the future.
Yes, bishop f4 probably white should play. Otherwise e5 is hanging. Knight c7. Or what? Knight c7. Queen f5 is also possible, by the way. Queen f5 is possible, I think.
Okay, maybe 95.
95.
It's more solid.
No, 95 is not, no. So
95 was played.
95 is played. Okay, then I can take on. Okay, first take on e2. Queen e2.
Take on e5 and 95.
Yes, take on e5 and 95. Yes.
Maybe, but it's not necessary. So after queen e2, for example,
E6?
I can play maybe e6, maybe a5. It's like it's structured like Caracan defense, so it's not very dangerous for black.
Yeah, it's not. No. We can say that black equalized very correctly after the opening, and seems that they don't have any problem.
It's not full quality, but it's very normal.
Yes, but black doesn't have any problem. Let's accept it. a5, a6, everything is possible. Let's say a5 and knight d7 is possible, but then queen d7, but queen e8 is not possible because it's just winning after rook e8. And so queen e2, that's why a5 we can allow us to play a5 to fix the queen side structure. By the way, but Hovan has played knight d5.
Okay. Okay, it's very solid position.
Yes.
After knight d5, cd.
Knight d5.
Very solid pawn structure for both sides. So
yes,
it's very difficult to play this position for any color. Okay, white of course has small edge, but nothing more.
No, it's nothing serious. Nothing serious. Let's check another game. Mamikon is still thinking after castle. I think he understands that after e3 he has to be ready for g5, bishop e3 and f5. But he's still thinking. And we check another game. Now this is it's very cool, Shant and Samuel. Bishop f4 played Samuel. Knight f8, h3, knight g6, bishop h2 and bishop d6.
Very typical.
Yes.
position, very typical ideas. Black trades
Dark square bishop,
dark square bishops and
which is very
a
important.
very solid position.
Yes, which is very important for them. Let's bet. What do you think? Where Samuel will castle? King side or queen side?
I think there is no choice.
There is no choice. King side, yes?
Okay, short castle, queen e7 is typical move with idea
With
to play
idea
knight e4
94,
and bishop
yes.
e5. So it's a very balanced game. Okay, but
Let's see.
but there we can see fire on the board.
Yeah, we are. I think this one, Mamikon against Aram.
Yes, only this. I want to say that, as we said, start was very tough for Mamikon, and all participants of these tournaments tried to use this fact
Yes,
and
that's true. That's true.
create some problems in any positions with any
Yes.
colors. Mamikon played well, and
Yeah, and he has chance to show them that he's the youngest, but he's the most dangerous one.
so okay, but it's very good experience for him.
Yeah, that's true. That is very good experience to him to compete against stronger, high-rated player, and he will learn a lot of things.
Okay, but what instead e3? Maybe knight e3, for example, but now c5. c5, maybe e3.
No, maybe bishop g3.
Bishop g3. f5.
f5. And then,
No.
and then bishop e5.
Knight c6.
Knight f3.
Wow.
g5.
g5 is coming, yes.
Yes, why not?
And instead g5, I also can play f4, and it's not easy task for you to finish development and make castle. So it's very dangerous, and it's very.
The other day, maybe h3. Maybe h3.
h3. Okay, but if h3, black can play c5, knight c6 with normal development.
Yeah. e5, e3.
e3, knight c6.
Knight c6,
bishop f5 in
d3,
some
bishop
point.
d3. Bishop d3 is not possible because you can take and knight b4. So it can be a little bit problem.
Yes, I think h3 is very
slow move, yes?
Yes, very slow.
Then white should accept the fight and play e3.
Most principal move, yes.
e3,
g5, bishop g3, f5, bishop e5 is this line.
Yes, f3, g5, bishop g3 and f5.
Wow.
What?
Avagyan made long castle.
Really? Unbelievable.
Wow. Total unbelievable.
Unbelievable, but it's bravo for Samuel.
Yes. Great respect for Samuel, but
I was really almost sure that it will be short castle. I told you, let's bet.
He tried to follow the prediction.
Yeah.
Okay, if he played shoot castle, how he can win?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he know the prediction, so long castle.
No,
Okay.
it's long castle, of course. Now we can see that some interesting fight will be arise on this board.
Okay, now I believe that it's possible. Yeah, after short castle, I can predict only draw, only
After
normal
after short
grandmaster
castle,
draw.
it will be very boring game. It would be very boring game.
Okay, thank you. Thank
long castle, okay.
for some Walter Sakian. Yes.
Yes.
Respect.
Yes. Respectful move.
Okay.
Yes. Meanwhile, Shant and Samuel, they're still fighting in this equal end game.
But I think it will not very long game.
Not much perspective for both sides.
I think it's normal. Maybe I think for player like Sivan, it's not very predictable that he can play solid c5 line with his ending. So it's normal.
Okay, let's move forward. Mamikon is still thinking, and let's have a look what's going on in Tigran and Hovanes game.
Yes, he feels some psychological pressure in this situation.
Okay, knight d5 is played, and Tigran is still thinking.
Yes, knight d5. Okay.
Knight d5 is played, and let's think. Let's think a bit. But what to think? What to play? Maybe not take on d5.
Maybe, but
maybe something like a5.
But what else? A5?
Yes, a5.
A5. Okay, but it's potentially a risky move, maybe.
I want to complicate something.
Okay. Okay. But I can damage your pawn structure. Yeah, I can damage your pawn structure.
Yeah, but what? Okay, what I get after knight d5 and cd5? What? Where I can win and on which side? Nothing special.
Rook a3. Rook a3 was played. Wow.
Rook a3.
Very creative move. Maybe Ovanes played with white pieces. Knight d5, cd, and the rook h3. Lift of the rook, elevation.
Knight d5. No, but he played right away, I think. No? He played right away.
Yes, interesting.
Also very creative move.
Very, very creative move, but I think it's very easy to prevent this idea. Maybe something like knight c3, rook c3, and I don't know, maybe c5. We need
knight
to check
c3,
this.
rook c3, and
maybe c5 or.
But c5 is possible.
I don't know. We need to check it.
Yeah, we need to check.
Or maybe e6, as you said, and after knight d5, ed.
Yes, let's not take on
or not e6 with the idea knight d5, knight e5, d and
e6,
ed.
Knight d5 and knight e5. Yes, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's not take on c3. Let's not take. Let's not hurry up with changing knights. Rook a3. e6, okay, it's quite solid.
Very solid, but. Okay, knight e3 was played in the game. Garibian Akubian.
Knight f3 he played.
Played very solid, but
Knight f3. c6, yeah, probably.
However, can he count on the opening edge? I don't know with this move. Knight e3, c5.
c5?
c5. If e3, bishop f5, maybe, or not, or maybe c4, and after this bishop f5 to prevent bishop d3 move.
Yes, if f3, yes, then c4, yes.
And it's a very typical pawn structure
Yeah,
for Ragozin defense.
Yeah, that's true.
Very typical.
c4, it's a good move. I think even then there is lines when you play back knight d2, bishop e2, then white loses many tempos. But c5.
Okay, drawing the game.
I think Aran will play c5.
Drawing the game, Sakshan Sivian.
Yeah, okay.
By the way,
as we predicted, it was visual that it
was very predictable.
Yeah, it's very visual that we draw. Very calm line they have played. And let's check hike game. After queen e7, rook fd1 hike played.
Yes, it's always very good question how develop your rooks.
Where to put them, d1 c1 or d1 e1?
Yes. In this position, I think about rook a d1.
Rook a d1. As we always say, it depends on your style. If you play like rook f d1 and rook a c1, it means that you are a more positional player. And if you play rook a d1 and rook a f on e1, it means that you are much more attacker. But rook f d1, okay.
Okay, so solid positional move.
Yes, probably I would choose here rook a d1.
Rook a d1,
the other rook I would like to put under the queen, you know?
Yes, and but some problem because if we play rook a d1, knight f6, e4, e5.
Knight what? Wait. Rook a d1.
Rook a d1, knight f6.
Knight f6.
e4.
e4. So.
e4, e5.
e5.
Take, and we can play f4 because queen c5 check. This problem.
Take. Yes, but we will not hurry with that. We will not hurry with that.
But otherwise, black can play bishop e6 with equality, or rook e8. So, or b5 is the idea to play b4. So.
Another moment. So e4, e5. Maybe I will not take on 5.
But what else?
Maybe I can play something like
knight h4.
Knight h4. I was thinking, but knight h4. I was thinking, but I think it's very risky move.
Yes, it is very gambling move.
Yeah, maybe I take on d4. What do you want to do? I take on d4.
After knight h4?
Yes, after knight h4.
Yes, I think that this move doesn't work. So
yeah, knight h4. Typical, but it doesn't work. So rook id1 and yeah.
Okay, in the game was played rook f d1,
yes.
knight
f6.
f6,
Yes.
and black is ready to play e5.
e5, yes. Maybe knight e4 we can try.
Maybe. Let's check it.
Or it's not good move.
Yes, knight e4 seems like only way to stop e5. So we need to check it.
Knight e4, we have to check knight e4, queen e4, and something like f5, or not f5.
f5 seems obvious for me.
Yeah, yes, maybe. But if not,
so,
but you should take on e4, yes? You don't have anything else.
Maybe. F5, okay, f5 of course is possible, but this is not a human move.
No, why? It's like in a idea, like in a anti-Meran system. Then you go back with queen, and then king h8, and then you push e5 or something. But if not f5, then I think white has a very pleasant position.
I'm afraid to play.
You are afraid to play f5. I can understand.
I'm not fearless man, so.
But okay, let's play then. I played knight e4. What's your next move? If not,
okay, maybe a solid but passive strategy, something like knight e4, queen e4, rook d8, bishop d7, rook
d8, okay.
bishop e8, rook ac8. So this position, solid but passive.
Solid. You want to play solid, okay. And what if I fix you, like something like h4?
h4.
Yes.
After rook d8.
After rook d8, yes.
Immediately h4.
Yes,
okay.
Immediately.
Okay, it's possible, but I can play bishop d7.
Bishop d7, and then I play h5.
Bishop e8.
Bishop e8. And then I can play knight e5.
I'm not sure about this. Queen g5, your pawn on h5 is hanging in some variations. So
yes.
my bishop on e8 can attack your pawn.
Maybe not knight e5. Maybe yes. Maybe not a good move. But maybe what can I play? Play. Queen g4 I can play, and then knight e5. Or it doesn't change anything. By the way, Ike played knight e4.
Yes, Ike shows his class, his understanding.
Yes, knight e4. No, knight e4 it's a good positional move.
Okay, white can play for a win without any risk.
Yes. It's just a slightly better position, yes? Let's evaluate it like that.
Yes, pleasant position.
Okay,
So-
let's have a look on another games. Let's check what's going on there. After long castling, Manuel is still thinking. Probably he's also a little bit shocked.
Okay.
Okay, Samuel.
Manuel,
Okay.
Manuel needs to understand how he will prepare his attack.
I think he has
Something
to.
like B5 immediately or
B5.
B7.
I think he has to try some counter attack with B5 or A5, and from the other side he has to be prepared against G4 and G5, then H4 H5. So it means he has to make some plays on E4 for his knight, and so that's why I think he has to start with B5 move here.
Okay, B5 seems interesting, but I think the main problem of black position, okay, you can play B5, A5, but how you will play after this?
I just told you I will put my knight on E4, then I will check. Maybe I will change the bishop on A6.
Okay, you want to play B4?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
I will have a look. What's your next move?
I'm not sure because I can play knight A4 and I stopped your A pawn and
that's what I said. That's what I said.
A5 square is very weakened.
Yeah, that's what I said. I will have a look. What's your next move? If you don't play G4, then I will not play B4.
Okay, maybe we need to play B5, A5, A4, and A3, and only after this.
Yes, maybe.
This seems interesting.
Anyway, B5.
To push a pawn as far as possible.
That's true. Yes. Manuel should play B5.
Okay.
B5, G4, probably.
Like in Russian chess literature, who quickly? Who will
We
quickly?
will quickly. Yes.
Okay.
G4, maybe I can play B5 even. A5 then. If G5, knight D7, then I can bring my knight on B6 and push B4. H4, and okay. Oh, it's going to be very unclear.
Yes, very unclear position.
What else? What else for black?
I think only play on the queen side.
Yes, that's true.
Black cannot stop white attack on the king side, so they need to play quickly on the queen side. There is no another choice.
Then B5.
Okay, let's check B5, G4,
B5, G4,
A5,
A5, G5,
G5.
knight D7.
Maybe no. After G5, I can play instead knight D7 before.
B4.
Before and point that you cannot take on F6, I can take with my queen and two knights is hanging.
You want to take
hanging in this position.
Okay, this is your point. So you want to take on
Yes, and if you play knight A4, I can play knight E4. And this very
yes,
good for my knight.
Yeah, that was my idea from the beginning when I played B5 on G4. I wanted to play yes, B4, knight E4, and knight E4. But I'm not sure that it's good. I'm not sure that it's good. Or it's stupid. Let me check one thing.
Okay.
Just one thing. Is it possible to try to organize b6 and c5, or it's too long?
B6 and C5. I think it's too long and not very effective. Okay, B6, C5, and what's next? What's next?
The c4, then b5.
I think
b4.
it's too slowly.
Too slowly,
because
yes, yeah.
I can play G4, Bishop F5 in some case, so it's
No.
like good idea. So I think B5 is the right way.
Yeah, B5. Yes, it's a very principal way to get counter chance, counter attack.
Okay, some simplification in the game. Arutinian Gabuzyan.
Let's check. It's always interesting to check Gabuzyan's games. Rook a3 he played, then knight take on c3, rook takes on c3, knight e5, d5, queen a5, queen e4. Queen e4, so he just protects a4 pawn, but I don't like white's position. I prefer black here. Rook d8, it's okay.
Improved his position.
No, rook d8, it's very normal, very natural move. Then rook d5 can come next.
Yes, so we can say that Gabuzyan has very good position in the game with Arutinian.
Yes, he has.
Okay, maybe not real advantage, but it's easy to play.
It's very easy to play. So
very easy. Rook d5,
rook
f6,
d5,
maybe.
Yes. Then doubled on d file, and then.
So only white needs to play accurately in this position.
Yeah, that's true. White needs to be careful to play very accurate. Even bishop g5 does not work, and bishop g5, then rook d5 is possible. I think white need to be very careful and play very accurate here. Let's check other ones. Let's check Mamikon. Mamikon played knight f3. Aram answered c5 as we thought. c5, dc5, queen c5, queen d4, knight c6, trading queens, and e3, b6, bishop d3.
Okay, very solid.
It's very solid, and I think it's quite equal.
Yes, of course. Mamikon avoid.
Yeah, white.
Avoid some complications and play very solid.
Yes, but white didn't get anything from the opening. There is no inactivity. Black is totally okay. Black doesn't have any problem.
Okay, it seems like equality, so.
And we move further, yes? Okay, Tigran and Hovanes, rook d8, they're busy. Tigran is busy with thinking what to do. Manuel played b5. No, Manuel is also thinking b5. It was my move. Manuel is also thinking, and yes. Ike played knight e4. Knight e4 followed, queen e4, and David answered a4.
Okay, he tried to gain some
space, yes?
Some space on queen side, but a4 I'm not sure. because after a4 we can play something like a3, and if black wants to play, as I say, rook d8, bishop d7, bishop e8, rook a7, in some point pawn on a4 could be some weakness.
Some object for attack, yes.
Some object for attack. So
yes. A3.
I don't know. It was necessary or not.
No, it wasn't necessary. I think now a3 is the natural answer. a3. Maybe he wants to develop his rook through a5.
Yes, of course, it is also interesting idea, but what's next? Okay, rook a5, rook f5, or rook h5.
No, I don't know. It just
Black
nicely,
can create,
it's just nicely located on a5. Nothing more.
Okay.
But
so
let's see.
I'm not sure about a form, but it's possible. David continued his strategy with pushing a pawn, so it's interesting to see
what Hike will do against it. Yes, I think he will play a3.
Yes, a3 seems very solid and right move. Okay, maybe in some cases Avagyan will need to play b5, but create some weakness on c6 square. So.
But b5 after a3 or
after a3? Okay, bishop d3.
b5, bishop d3. No, bishop d3 f5. Then you have.
Yes.
Or you don't have. Or you have. Bishop
d3. Bit unusual move.
No. f5 is possible, I think.
f5, queen h4, and strength.
Wait. It's not possible to take on c6, or it's possible. Wait. Once more. Let's check once more. b5, bishop d3, f5. Is it possible to take on c6 or not?
No. In the game was bishop d3 immediately instead a3.
Okay. Bishop d3. Okay.
Bishop d3 immediately after a4. So, of course, in this position it's very risky. So, but it's maybe.
But I like a3 more.
Yes. It's solid
f5? Or
yes,
g6?
f5. Queen
h4.
Take.
King f7. Maybe a3.
Yeah, strange position.
Maybe a3.
Of course, Avagyan can play g6 instead, f5, but f5 is more predictable way.
But yes. What's wrong with this end game for black?
I don't know. Some weakness square, but
no, I have dark bishops, so it protects all my weak fields.
Okay.
Take on h4 and play a3.
And I think it's important that I can't play f4 because g5.
Yes.
So okay, it's
a3, b3, and then I can play king f7.
Yes, it's totally normal ending.
Yes, it's okay. Black is completely okay.
Okay, bishop d3 some strange.
Yeah, bishop d3 is a little bit strange. I would choose a3.
Yes, h3 was solid, and it keeps the pressure on the position. Okay.
Because if you play g6, then I can play knight e5.
Yes. Okay, bishop d3 was played, and I offered to return to the game Tersa Manuel played b5.
Manu played b5.
As we predicted.
Yes. So what to do now?
Okay, g4.
G4.
G4 or maybe something like king b1, rook c1 and play on c file. I don't know.
But D4 or king B1? Okay, let's check king B1.
Okay, king b1.
Oh, wait a moment. Here, king B1, A5.
Rook c1.
Rook C1, and let's try A4.
Maybe something like 92, I don't know.
92, okay, let's protect. Somehow I think black is faster.
I agree. But
My next moves are very, very predictable ones. It's rook E, B8 and B4. Or B4 either way, B4, B3.
okay, I can play queen c5.
Queen C5. No, I will not trade my queens. Queen B8. Let's go.
A strange position, okay, but then you play b4, what's next?
I will just keep a pressure.
I'm afraid in some moments you will not find any
G4.
idea in this position. Okay, you play all usual moves, but what's next? This problem. Okay, if you play a3, I play b3. If you play b3,
I will
play
just put my
maybe
my pawns.
94. Okay, maybe 94. Okay, but I can play after queen b8. I can play a3. Also interesting idea.
A3.
To fix all squares.
A3, yes, you can fix it, but knight e4.
Take.
It's a little bit strange, yes? Take.
Strange position, of course. Take, knight d2.
Take with d pawn or with rook?
I think with pawn, but
I also thought so. Take with pawn, knight d2. And something like what? I don't know. I don't understand anything.
okay. Very unclear position. Samuel is still thinking, so.
Samuel is still thinking, yes.
Okay, all players are thinking now.
Let's check Mamikon and Aram. Okay, it's Indik. Rook ad8. I think at some point Tigran realized that he may be in trouble.
Yes, he understands it and try to find good defense. I think F4 is good move.
F4.
Yes, most solid move to protect if E5.
F4. Boof.
What's wrong with F4?
But no, nothing is wrong. But you weaken your queen, no, somehow or not?
But
Rook d5. Let's
Rook
say.
D5. Okay, Rook D5.
Rook d. I was thinking about check even. Queen b6.
No one dies after check, so.
Check. Yes, but it can
Okay,
be.
Rook
Crucial.
D5 seems very solid. No, Rook D5. What's wrong with Rook D5? Rook D5.
No. Wait. My idea is check and play Rook d4.
Wow. Okay.
This is my idea.
Okay.
So you can't play bishop e3 because b2 is hanging.
But I can play Queen e3, for example.
Queen e3, okay. Rook d4.
Or Bishop e3, and after taking on
no,
d2,
this is
Queen
not
Rook
possible.
d7. So
Okay, I will not hurry with check. Rook d5. I agree.
yes, Rook d5 is
Rook
very
d5, yes.
very solid.
I
yes.
like black's position.
As you said, White needs to play very
Very
accurately.
accurate, and f4 it's a little bit provocate move. Rook d5, what to do? My idea is to play Rook d8, e6, Bishop f8.
I think White can only stand on the place.
Like Bishop e3?
Bishop e3, some usual moves. h3, king h2.
Rook d8.
I don't know. There is no way to improve the progress in the position for White. So
h3, e6. But I like black position. Black's position is very dynamic and active. Only white can have some problem here. Rook a d8, but Tigran is still thinking.
and Ovanes has nearly hour advantage. Extra hour on the clock. Nearly extra hour on the clock.
It's also very normal to Hovhannes.
Okay, his opening choice was very good.
This time, yes. Let's check another game. We have seen this one, Mami complete 94. And okay, Aram is still thinking. This one. Okay. Samuel played King B1.
Okay, there is no news yet.
It's also a very solid move, yes. Necessary move, by the way. At some point, white will be forced to play King B1.
Okay, king b1, a5, rook c1.
a5. a5 is played and rook c1 is not yet.
Yes, it's only our idea.
Let's check another game. Yes, David played f5, by the way, in that position, and they.
It's not a sensation.
No. Yeah, it's a correct move. It's better
Yes.
than g6. And then queen h4, knight h4 is followed, and I think this this endgame in probably slightly better for black. It's my opinion, I don't know.
Yes, I think more or less equal, but now maybe
yes, but
maybe black can play
yes,
for a win.
that's what I meant. So maybe more or less it's equal. It's close to equal, but in favor for black, because black has two bishop, and at one point bishop on c8 will be centralized, and then black can play in both sides, king side, queen side.
Yes, but what about g3 move?
Wait, black's move now.
Okay, black. Okay, if black play any normal move, I want to play g3 and f4.
Wait. Let's move one by one.
Okay.
a3.
Okay.
You should answer b3.
Okay, a3, b3. Okay, of course.
Okay. King f7 is my idea.
As I say, g3.
g3, g5.
Knight. Oh, okay. Yes, it's some. Really some unpleasant for white now, because you have very clear idea how to play. You need
Yes.
to open the position.
Yeah, and
Yes,
I will do
I
that.
don't know. I don't want to play this position by white. I'm normal. I'm normal.
That's what I say. That in this position, I would evaluate in favor for black. David played rook d8, but I would choose a3. I think a3 it's better.
Okay,
No, rook d8 it's also a normal move. So he wants
also normal move, of course.
yeah, because he wants to play g5. So it's very normal, very accurate, and planet move.
Okay, it will be long fight, of course.
Yes, but I think tough life for white will come very soon.
Maybe. As we said, bishop d3 seems
Yes,
like
bishop d3 is
unnecessary move.
Unnecessary, and I think it's a wrong move. It's mistake. a3 was much more accurate, much more needed. Let's move further. Yeah, I think somehow Haik still hasn't found his normal playing style, his playing mood. Somehow his pieces are totally in disharmony, you know.
Yes, I agree. White
and we can
sometimes to regroup the pieces.
Yeah. And we can see in all his game by now. Manuel answered a5 on king b1. They follow all our lines. I don't know if it's good for them or not. Draw, 94, and F4. Tigran played F4.
Okay. Okay, very solid move. Everything is quiet. Everything is quiet in all boards.
Yes.
Long positional fight on all
Yes.
boards.
Yeah, that's true. So we checked rook d5, yes, only. We checked only rook d5, yes, with Hovanes.
Yes, rook d5 seems
But
like...
there are many other ideas.
As you said, queen b6 is interesting move, but after bishop e3, some problems because you cannot take on b2, rook b3, rook b7, so there is no rook with rook d4. I think in this type of position, black must to improve the position very slowly. Rook d5, rook f d8, some another moves.
Yeah, I agree. This is very normal, very natural, very typical. And if let's say we will try something crazy and let's play f6, I think this is also a very typical answer.
Yes, open the bishop.
Yes.
I think first you need to improve all your pieces, all your rooks, and only after this play f6. You need to understand that it is some risky move for you. F6.
Yeah, I understand.
You open your king.
I understand that it's a risky move, but what wrong with my rooks? They are still okay.
Okay, let's check it. Let's check it. f6. Okay, f6. I can take.
So you take on f6, yes?
Yes, you take
bishop
f6.
f6.
Yes, but you really create unpleasant threat rook d4. This problem. Rook d4. Okay, maybe it's really good idea.
It's a very concrete move, yes?
Yes, but the main problem that, okay, I can play any move with rook, something like rook f3, for example, and if you play rook d4, I can give a check on a6 and play b3 and protect all my weaknesses.
So rook d4, queen e6 check.
Yes, queen e6 and b3, my idea, yes.
King g7 and b3. b3. And what if I play?
How?
Don't know yet. I'm still thinking, trying to find anything interesting.
I think Hovanes will find some ideas.
He played rook d5, by the way.
Rook d5, and what's the idea?
We checked that line as well. d5.
Instead
of f6. Yeah.
Okay, rook d5. Okay, it's normal move, and I think it's also right for a practical point of view, because Hovanes needs first improves all his pieces. Tigran need to think about some tactical ideas. So first improve all positions, and when Tigran...
there is nothing to hurry for black.
And when Tigran will go to the time travel only in this moment...
that's true. That's true, because black has nothing to hurry up, but Tigran is already approaching time travel, because he has only 15 minutes left for remaining, how much? For remaining 25 moves. And have a look at their clock.
Yes, rook d5 was played, by the way.
Just have a look at their difference on the clock. It's 1 hour More than 1 hour.
Yes, so this is very unpleasant position for white, and
Yeah, it's much more
it's,
easy.
it's not easy to play.
Yeah, it's
the
much
position
more easy to play for black. It's very pleasant position for them to play. Very easy to play. And let's have a look what Tigran will do. And in the meanwhile, we check in other games. Mamikon and Aram. I think white is better a little bit after bishop d4. Why Aram took on d4?
I have no idea why, but okay, he want to play bishop f5 after cd, but it's not necessary, I think, to take on d4.
Yes. Okay, cd4, bishop f5, and let's say king d2 or king e2.
Yes, it's very pleasant in game for white.
Yes, I think white
Easy play bishop against
bishop
knight.
yes, bishop is very strong.
In this position, and in some moments, in some point, a4, a5.
A4, a5. Yes, you can improve your rook position, putting on b5, it attacking d5, rook c1. But why he took on d4? I don't know. It's a little bit mystery for me. Okay. Okay, rook c1. So well, just playing accordingly to our line.
Really, rook c1.
I think we played a4 here. Yes.
Yes, a4.
And then bishop d7. Let's check. What idea black has? Which plan they can do? They can play. Maybe they can put
Some credits of ideas for black.
no, maybe they can play, you know what, something like bishop b7 and then knight d7 to keep c5 a field. But no, I don't like it. I like the way we played. And by the way, he played bishop d7, so it's okay.
Bishop d7?
Yeah, yes, it's okay. It was according to our line.
Bit weird move for me because I cannot understand the idea. Okay, if white will play g4, and I need to say that after bishop d7 is the main drawback of this move, that I can play g4, g5, and you cannot rotate on d7 with the knight.
Yes.
So it seems like a mistake.
g4. Yes, that's why I started with a4. I wanted to keep d7 for my knight. Let's check if I play g4. What then?
Okay, g4, and something like queen e7, for example. Queen e7, but
with the idea to on g5 to play knight e4.
Yes, but after this h4 and
Yes, and what if h4?
white attack is very dangerous. Will come now.
But wait, h4 is possible. Bishop g4.
Bishop g4. Okay, I can play, for example, knight h2 or take on e4 and knight d2 after this. So
yes, taking.
Oh, I have clear attack. What you have?
Yes, you have very direct and clear attack. Yes, you just push your pawns. G5, h4, h5. So
yeah, I think maybe Manuel could use your idea to play maybe bishop a6 instead, bishop d7, b4, and after trades knight e4 at some moment. Maybe this idea, but I'm not sure about this idea also because very weakened squares on queen side. So I think it's not pleasant position for black, and
yes.
I don't know.
What if we do? No, then you have just no. It's not. No, it's not working. I was thinking about a4, but then g5. And then maybe.
Wow, Tigran played b4 in the game with Gabusyan. b4.
He played b4. Wow, this is really wow.
It is interesting tactic because black couldn't play queen a4.
Queen a4 does not work.
Queen b5, c4,
yes.
Queen b6, and bishop e3.
Yeah, let me show it. The queen a4 does not work because of rook a3, bishop, queen b5 check c4, queen b6, bishop e3. Or not? No, bishop e3, but you can take on b4. No, wait. Let me check. Why it's not possible?
Okay.
Bishop b5.
Okay, maybe bishop e3 first. I don't know. Instead c4.
Yes, but you still. I got.
Maybe not so clear. Yes, maybe not so clear. Or maybe okay. Or maybe instead c4, maybe rook a5.
Rook a5, yes.
Because rook a5, yes, rook a5.
Yes, because after bishop e3, you don't threat c4 before hanging. But maybe rook a5 is possible. But then what we have queen b6.
No. Or maybe simple rook a7. Take pawn.
Yes.
Take pawn. It's most simple and practical decision.
Queen is bishop e7, but
e4 is very strong idea. Was found by Tigran.
But do you have any straight? No, you don't have anything. c4 is not straight, or is it? No, it's not straight.
Okay, but I activate my rook in
rook d8.
Rook d8, for example, maybe bishop e3.
I don't know. No, bishop e3. Then I can play rook d1.
Rook d1, bishop f2. I don't know.
Bishop f2.
Or crazy rook d1, king f2, if queen f1,
You are too risky.
in Gabusyan style.
Take and king f2. But don't you afraid of any kind of checks?
Yes, I'm fearless.
Or it does not work.
I don't know, but it's interesting line.
Yes. Can be, but he Hovannes, he didn't accept sacrifice on a4. He played queen a6 and then queen c4.
Okay, queen c4. Yes, Tigran found very interesting defending idea. I think in the end game, white can hold this position easily because bishop on g7.
It's a little bit out of the main actions. So what if I take on a4 now? You have to play rook a3, then take rook 8, or it's okay. Can't I take on a4, or it's or not?
A strange position.
Rook a3,
Rook a3, queen b5.
queen b5, and what?
I don't know. Maybe something like queen b3 or queen b5, rook d5, and
No, take, and yes,
maybe
but before is hanging.
yes, I understand. Maybe something like rook a4 with idea a6. If a6, c4, rook b6, and bishop e3, and your rook is trapped.
Yes, but I can play a5.
Okay, of course. But very
It's very
nice tactic.
interesting. Somehow it transposes to the very sharp position. Queen a4, but queen a4. Okay, what to do on queen a4? Rook a3, queen b5, and maybe queen b3, or not? Maybe queen b3.
Instead, queen b5.
Yes, instead of trading queens.
Okay, it's also interesting, but I'm not sure. Maybe black can find some tactics in this position. Maybe rook d4, for example.
Rook
Rook d4. Let's check it. Rook d4, c3.
Rook d4, c3.
Rook d3. Strange position.
Very strange position.
Rook d3.
Bishop a3.
Okay, bishop e3. Yes.
I have
if a6, rook a5.
rook a5.
Yes,
I have a threat now.
Okay, thanks to tactical nuances, white can hold the position.
Yes.
And by the way, O1s take on c4.
Okay.
Queen c4, rook c4, and this position seems like totally equal.
Yes. e6 happened. e6 happened. No, bishop e3, what's wrong?
Okay, bishop e3, a6, okay. But I'm not sure. Maybe instead e6, f6. We need to
f6.
activate our
bishop. That's what I meant when I played f6 before, a few moves back. And even I was very curious about a5, but instead of e6.
Yes, it's interesting. a5. But what if I don't know, can I take on e5?
You can take on e5, of course. You can take, but rook e8.
Rook e1.
Rook e8.
Rook b1.
Rook where?
Yes. Rook b1.
No. Instead of e6.
Or immediately rook b1 instead.
No. For black, instead of e6, I wanted to play e5.
Okay.
Your bishop is still on c1.
Okay, I understand. Okay. Yes, a5 is also. But
Yes?
I want to play on b5.
And I want to play on a5.
Okay, maybe it leads to simplification position and draw, maybe.
Yes, but still I thought it's better than e6, because after e6 bishop e3 followed. By the way, Tigran played bishop e3, and e6 seems to me a little bit slow move.
I agree.
Bishop e3, rook fd8 happened. Let's check another game. Mamikon played cd5, cd4, sorry, bishop f5 and king d2, king f7. And I think this is slightly better for white. It's very pleasant endgame.
Yes, slightly better, but I think nothing more. It's very holdable position for black.
Rook c1. Let's check rook c1. Rook c8. Probably you'll play rook c1, rook c8.
Yes, and black king goes to d7 square, trade of bishops, and I think it's near to equality.
Yes, you're just on time.
Okay, white of course can play something like f3 and e4, but I think it's not dangerous for black. Black can no react for this, and there is no any danger.
Yes. Okay, let's have a look at another game. G4 is happened. Samuel played G4.
Yes, and Manuel still thinking.
Manuel is still thinking, yes.
I think he understands his mistake, and now think what to do.
Maybe bishop e6? What do you think? Maybe bishop e6, g5, knight d7?
I think it's very
Very creative. This is too creative. Queen e7 he played.
Queen e7, okay.
Yeah, with the idea to on g5 play knight e4.
Okay, but as we said, so g5.
As we said, yeah, we analyzed that line, I think. Yes, knight e4 and h4.
Very unpleasant for black.
Yes. h5 is coming. H4 is coming. And what to do? Do you have any idea how to play for black?
No,
It's not
I have.
visible. Yes, just from the first sight. We need to think a little bit.
Yes, black was very bad position, and white can play
White just simply has
on
very
king's side. It's very
yes.
direct and powerful attack.
Yes. White has very easy attack. White has very easy attack. But let's give a quick view on the games. Hike, what Hike did in the game of Hike and David after rook d8, knight f3, bishop d7, rook c1, bishop e8. Yes, black is slightly better here. Samvel is still thinking after what to do on king e4, quick queen e7, and but what he's thinking, I think g5 is very obvious. Yes.
Of course.
Why Samvel is thinking? For me, g5 is very obvious move.
I agree.
If you play g4, then it means your next move should be g5.
Yes, if you say g4, you must
yes,
say
but it's,
g5.
for us, of course, it's much more easy to guess a move, to play a move, than for the players. Let's have a look. Probably Mamikon and Daram will play draw. I think rook hc1 is happened. I think rook fc8 will be followed, and Tigran and Hovanes are busy playing equal position. And I offer you to do some small break.
Okay.
Yes, and we will back within 15 minutes. Stay tuned, enjoy the games, and see you very, very soon.
Так, мы не надели, да? Это отойду. Ну, так, мирный тур, мне кажется, может сравнить. Спокойнее. Да, я здесь, ребят. Ну, давайте, как говорится, когда оно нужно. Краем глаза глянуть, что это происходит, как говорится. Что-то так. Особо не забоевело походить. Так, ну давайте посмотрим это.
We are back, and I guess some very curious things has happened during our absence, and let's check. Let's start from the game of Tigran and Hovannes. I think there are many things happened. Let's check how we reached that position. So after e6, when we have seen this, bishop e3, rook d8, rook b1, g5. Okay, it's typical move. To destroy the central pawns, yes, against the central pawns e5 and f4. So g3, a6, b5. Okay. Oh. b5. Take on b5, take on b5, rook b4. So after these complications, I think black is now pawn up, but it's double pawned.
And it's very difficult to win this game.
Yes, but c4. Tigran played c4. bc4, take on b7, f6. Still less material left, but still black is pawn up.
Yes, and the most simple solution to play rook c7, fe, rook c4, and I think it's impossible.
Not enough material, yes?
Oh, of course, it's not enough for a win. But Hovannes can play this position.
Yes. Okay, let's check in other games. Nothing has happened in the game with Mamikon against Aram. Rook c1, rook c8, bishop c7.
It's funny idea, bishop c7, but
yeah, he wants to double, but it's it doesn't work because black can simply play king e6.
okay, maybe first bishop d3, king d3, and king e6. But the idea that white can play rook c2, queen, king d7, and rook bc1, and it's not very easy to kick off this bishop. It reminds me a game, famous game, Karpov von Sicker, when Karpov played move like bishop c7.
Yes.
Funny idea and really interesting.
Samuel and Manuel. 92 he played.
Knight d2. Solid, but not very energetically.
But g5 was interesting. Why he didn't play g5?
Yeah, g5 was very interesting, but after g5, maybe knight h5, also interesting. I don't know.
Yes, but somehow your knight is not in action anymore.
Yes, it seems very dangerous, and I think it's very strange why
Sorry.
why Samuel refused
To play g5, yes?
g5. Yes, I cannot understand, but okay, 95 is also
Okay,
possible.
if he played knight d2, it means that...
Okay, now prediction has changed. Now draw, not 1-0, not win of white.
maybe they agreed on
Prediction
draw.
has changed.
Maybe they agreed draw, no? Let's check.
I don't know. We need to check it. Maybe really draw.
But it's strange.
But
It's strange.
clocks is stopped, so
I will check on the official side.
wow.
No, it's the same.
F5 in the game, Arutunian Gabuzyan. What a move, F5.
F5. Let's check. Let's check. Nice move. A very nice picture. So if you take on f5, then the idea is to play e6.
Yes. Very interesting decision. Is it really work or not?
I don't know. So now you have a threat. Rook b8 check and d7. I have to protect against it somehow. Maybe rook e5.
EF?
e5. He took e5. Yes. Probably e6. Yes. Now.
Yes, e6 and very strong passed pawn on e6. So
rook b8 is the direct threat. Rook b8 check and bishop f8 and e7. So I have to protect. I have to be ready for that. And maybe. What should I do? Rook e5 or what? Or rook d8?
rook d8.
Rook d8.
I think.
So e6 is played. e6 is played. Rook d8, yes, you think. Rook d8.
Okay, rook d8 and now
Rook
maybe...
d8 is also played.
Okay, maybe now rook c7.
Rook c7. Rook c7, what? What then? Rook e8 or what?
Rook e8,
Yes.
I don't know, maybe rook c6, something like this, and I don't know, maybe it's e7, maybe rook c6 seems more solid.
Yeah, because if you played e7, I think this pawn is easy reachable, yes, easy reachable pawn. Maybe rook c6, but then bishop f8. King f3. I think it's close to draw. Not enough material, no?
Yes, I agree, but some problems stay.
Okay, let's check another games. Yes, bishop d3 played by Aram. Then kings come on d7. Nothing special for white. Also, although they are a little bit slightly better, probably. Maybe not much more. There is not much more things. But Samuel plays very interesting. Knight d2, a4, and knight e2. What he wants?
I don't know, but I think this game is was finished.
No, but they still playing.
Really? But stops but clocks,
92 is...
but clocks are stopped in my chess 24.
Yes, my play is the same. I see the same. Let me check. Yes, it's draw. Very strange game. Very strange game.
I agree. And I see that Ike in trouble in the game with Paravian.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Knight f3, bishop d7, rook c1, bishop e8. We have seen that. Bishop c4, king f7, rook e1, b5, bishop d3, rook ac8, e4. So then just g6 and king f6, then bishop h4. Oh, take, and king f6. Yes.
F3 seems like a mistake.
Yes. F takes e4. Yeah, maybe he hurried a little bit up.
Yes, of course, black needs to open this position, but instead, if E, very interesting move c5. c5. After f3, okay, it's near to draw.
c5. And I thought maybe bishop b4 is possible, or it's not. It's just
bishop b4.
Yes, I thought maybe bishop.
Okay, rook e2. What's the point?
No, I just wanted to play king f6.
Okay.
But c5 is very concrete move. Let's check it. Maybe it's much better. c5.
Yes, it's very reasonable.
Yes.
Idea.
Yes.
But
yeah, and it looks very strong.
Yes, but really, yes, it's really a good idea. Bishop b4, rook e2, king f6 with idea to play g5. Yes, very strong idea.
That's my main idea. That's why I played bishop b4.
Yes, very good. Okay.
g5, then f4, g4. Okay, just promote my king side pawns to take more space. And then why I don't want to hurry with c5, because I always have that move. I think f8 is a little bit dubious move. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary to play. I think David is a little bit in a hurry.
Yes, I agree. So
even even from the first sight, it's damage to your pawn structure. It's not a nice even.
yes, I agree. It's concrete decision, but seems like not the best. So I think it's very peaceful round today, because we have two draws, and in all games the position seems like more or less drawish.
Yes.
Very peaceful round.
But let's see what Tigran did. Rook d8, e7, rook e8, bishop c5, and f4.
Okay, I think white easily eat on f4 and c4, and this game is.
You know why I think today is a little bit peaceful round, because yesterday it was okay, not many resultative games, but the draws were very tough, and it was like a storming in all the boards, and that's why the players are a little bit tired. Maybe that's why today is a little bit peaceful. They don't use their own energy for today's round. Still 5 rounds to go, and they need to be fresh. Mami con aram. Bishop d3 and d3 should be followed. But okay, Mami con is still thinking. Ike is also thinking. Which with piece take on e4 is rook or bishop, but bishop looks a little bit more natural to me.
Okay, but it's in any way this position normal for white, so if f5 was played, rook c7, and okay, and this position is really
Ike is still thinking. Let's check. Mamikon is also thinking with what to take on d3. But I think it's clear that king should take on d3 now.
Okay, of course you can take with rook, but in d3 white king slightly better.
Yes.
But I don't know. Will white want to play f3 and e4 or not?
No, if I want to progress something in this position, then they should to play f3, maybe g4, then h4, h5, or try to play e4. So there's
Okay, you want to gain space on king side.
Yes. No, I mean if white wants to play for a win, then they should do something.
Yes, it is very reasonable because black pawns on queen side are stopped now, and black has no any clear ideas. So it's very interesting to slowly play on king
why
side.
not? Let's
Improve position
try.
step by step.
Yes, king d3. If king d7, let's say rook c3. If I don't blunder anything, then it should be okay. Then try to play g4, h4, h5, f3, or f3, e4. I don't know. But Mamikon is thinking. While Mamikon is thinking, let's check Tigran and Ovan's game. Oh, I think it's drawish. What happened there? So f4 we saw, bishop b4, f5, rook c7. Ah, okay, bishop f6, rook c4, take, and rook c5, and okay, it's draw. It's draw. Okay. Yes, okay, they agreed to draw.
Okay, 3 draws out of 5 games.
So by now we have 3 draws, and still 2 games are on, but positions are 12. We have equality. No. David is better, I think. It's the only game where black can score.
Yes, rook c1 for me, some strange move. Why not
rook c1? So Hike took on e4 with rook, then c5, rook ce1.
c4 now is coming.
What is c4? What is c4?
No problem with c4 and
bishop where to go? f1? B1, C2, where? C2.
I think C2.
C2. Okay. Bishop C2.
Yes, strange decision. And now black pawns on the queen side.
They're very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
C4 was played.
C4 is played. Bishop C2. Yes, bishop probably. B4, B3.
Anyway, position of black is better. Black's position is better. So
do you see with only one move in the middle game, Hayek spoiled his position with bishop D3. It wasn't enough to spoil it.
yes, it was not a good decision.
C4. Hayek is thinking, and let's have a look if Mamikon agreed for a draw already or not. Mamikon is still thinking about.
It's a good question.
He took with rook, by the way.
With rook. Strange decision. Some a bit strange, but okay. What's the point? Okay, near to draw.
King D7, rook C3, knight F5. I think white need to play King D3 now. Or maybe G4, yeah?
Maybe.
G4? Maybe G4?
G4, knight D6.
G4, knight D6, yes. Take.
Take with rook on C3.
Take.
Okay, it's slightly better rook ending, but no more. Maybe it's not slightly, but maybe it's totally equal position because black pawns on queen side now.
Yeah, they're quite strong. They're
not stopped.
Yeah, they're just pushed. But 5. Okay, close to draw. And let's have a look at the game of Hayek and
Bishop B1.
Bishop B1. Oof. It's a very passive. Bishop C2 was more better placed for a bishop. Bishop B1 is too passive.
Okay, maybe in some variations I want that after B3.
Before B3, okay.
White bishop is not hanging, but bishop B1 is really very passive.
David played King G7. Oh, what is that move? What is that move about? King G7.
Just correct a pawn.
Not possible to take on E6? What will happen?
No, it's subscribed, true subscribe. And after this, his pawns very powerful.
So if we try to take on E6, then probably bishop F7, yes? rook e4 and b4. This is your idea?
Yes.
Oh, very, very, very awful pawns. We should beware of them. But white is pawn up. White is pawn up. Maybe we can create something or not. Or it's not possible.
No, extra pawn, little consolation in this position.
No, maybe we can try something like h5 or rook g4. No, rook g4 you play h5 yourself. Maybe knight e5. Maybe I can try knight e5.
I think it's very neat to take c5, of course.
What?
He made big blunder on the move. Then he played rook c1 instead dc. Now his position is very
You mean
very
here?
dangerous.
You mean in this position? He played
Yes.
rook c1. It was his mistake. You mean?
Yes.
He should
I
have.
think
He should have taken.
huge mistake. Huge mistake.
He should have taken on c5. You mean?
Of course.
And what if bishop c5?
And king g7 is very strong move.
Yes, king g7 is strong move. Yes. Let's back to the game. King g7. But okay, let's check. I take on e6. What is your idea? Bishop f7. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I go back. Will you push your b4 pawn?
Oh, where you go back with your rook?
On e4.
On e4, okay, before.
Before, and let's play knight e5.
Take on e5.
Take on e5. Take with
Pawn.
pawn, yes.
Okay, for example, I can play rook d2.
Rook d2, and if e6,
Bishop e8.
bishop e8.
Rook 3 e2, but I must to say that you hold miraculously, only
Rook e4.
miraculously.
Yes.
I am not wondering if this position is lost for white.
Yes, maybe. But if I will not take on e6, then it's easy lost. Yeah, he took on f6, bishop f7 happened.
Okay, you can play maybe rook 6 e2 and after b4 knight e5 with idea to protect the second rank, but this position is also very
Yes, but why I played on e4? Because I wanted to create some threat on g6 after b4.
I think it's not possible.
It's not possible, I think. Yeah, very dangerous pawns. So because now I want to take on g6. Maybe c3 you can play.
Maybe.
No, but then I can take on f7, then I can block it. No, c3 is not a good move. Okay, bishop f7. You know why I want to play rook e4? Because rook e2 is too passive.
I understand, of course.
Okay, he played rook e3.
I understand, but no. I can take on e5. I can take on e5 in any case. What problem?
But Haik played rook e3. He went
Okay,
back
rook
on e3.
e3 before.
Yes, before, and what it's changed if I played rook knight on e5.
Take rook d2.
Take rook d2. So it's our line, yes? E6, bishop
Yes.
e8, and bishop e2.
I think it is near to resign position.
Rook d8. And I have nothing. I have nothing. Or I can keep it. Rook e2, let's check. Maybe black has something stronger than rook d8. Maybe take, and what? Take and b3, maybe. Or take rook d8, also possible. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe instead rook d8, rook e2, and c3.
c3, but rook e3, b4. No, before it's natural, so it will be played, I think.
Of course. Yes, before.
Wait a
and
minute.
declaration.
Wait a minute. If a3 is possible, what do you think about this move, a3?
a3.
Yes, you take on a3, I played c3.
No. I think it's not very good idea. c3, I can block your pawn.
Yes, but then I will take
something
them
like
one by one. First.
Bishop c2, for example.
Yes, bishop c2, then I will take them one by one. Bishop a2 and bishop a3.
No, in this case, white can create some counterplay with knight e5 and rook g3, so I think before is best move.
Before even, okay, before is played. I
Best
was just
move.
curious to check about a3. Of course,
Okay,
it's not
knight
necessary.
e5 is coming without any thinking, so
Yeah, knight
I
e5.
think I think only chance for Ike is playing into time trouble of Paravian, so 95.
Yes,
Good
but
idea.
he has 15 minutes, 14 minutes. And
It's enough.
It's not so difficult to play this position with 15, 14 minutes. Let's check what Mamikon did. Rook c6. Rook a b8. Mamikon, I think, pushed too hard. g4, rook b7. Take. And rook g1, king d6. h4. What do you think about this rook endgame?
Okay, but after d5, strange endgame, but I think near equal.
b5.
Maybe white has some pressure. Maybe white has some pressure because they can play f3 and e4, but
and, yes.
I think it's not too much.
So b5, rook g1 probably. Rook b1, sorry. And then try to play f3 and d4, yes?
Of course. It's smart idea to activate pawns on king side.
Yes.
Or queen side by black.
Okay, but let's move to hike. Okay, we're there. Knight e5. So bishop e5 is followed. d takes e5, as we analyzed already. c3 or rook d2?
I think rook d2. Nothing wrong with this move.
Yes, rook d2. Rook d2. So in our analysis, we tried to play e6, yes? Bishop e8 and rook e2. What here? What we have here?
I think it's very promising position for black.
Yes. You have too many passing pawns. Okay, only one, but it looks too much.
So rook d2 that was played, okay. e6, bishop e8, and
Yeah,
rook
bishop
e2.
yeah, e6. It's my move. It's not the Hike's move. Bishop e8 and rook e2.
Maybe rook e2 immediately, but after this.
Instead of e6, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's also possible. So I'm not sure about e6. Okay, let's try here. Rook e2. Rook d8. c3. How many moves I have? Rook e2, rook d8. Also possible, by the way. Hike is thinking.
King f1, I think.
When?
After rook e2, rook e2,
rook e2, rook
d8, king f1. Or if you want to play rook cd8. Okay, I think it's very dangerous position.
Yes.
White needs to play very precisely.
Yes, that's true. That's true. White needs to be very accurate here. But let's try to find some defense for Hike. If we can, if there is. Rook d2. What to do? What to do? You just want to take my pawn on b2. To play e6 or not to play e6?
Good question, because e6 seems strong, but the drawback of this move that I can play king f6 in some moments. So
and then block it on e7, yes?
Yes, and in some point my pawn will be very weak.
Yes, it will be hanging easily.
Good target for the king.
So maybe rook e2 right away. Which idea white has more? No, rook e2 seems the only move then. And let's have a look what Mamikon is doing. Mamikon played, okay, Aram b4. h5. I think it's not necessary move, boss.
h5?
Yes.
Yes, a3 seems more logical, a3, and only after this.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Or rook b1. I don't know, something to avoid pawn on b4. Nothing to prevent b4. Hike is still thinking.
Yes, he needs to calculate a lot of variations, so it's reasonable.
But he doesn't have much possibility here. Just e6 or e2. Anyway, in both cases, he needs to play rook e2.
Yes, but maybe it's really important to make move e6. So I don't know. It's very hard choice.
Yeah, I guess he's thinking about to play or not to play e6.
Yes.
To play or not to play e6? That is the question.
Big question. Very big question.
I still think it's better to play. My inner feelings says to me better to play.
Play e6?
Yes.
Maybe.
Play e6. My intuition says me play e6. Bishop e8, then rook e2.
Okay, maybe you are right.
We will check later my intuition if it's if it's working correctly or not.
Yes. By the way, Mami Kon says right pawn. He played h6. He played h6.
He has an idea to play rook h1. Yes.
Yes. h5.
But this is going to be a very sharp rook ending. If you played rook h1, I want to try something like rook c3. You take on h6 and to play rook a3. What do you think about it?
Repeat please.
In the Mamikon's game.
Yes.
Okay, he played rook g8.
But what you want?
I thought if rook h1, then rook c3,
yes,
rook h6, and rook a3.
Rook a3. Yes, it's very interesting line, and
it's a principal line, I think.
But rook g8 seems like also.
But rook g8. So what he wants? He wants to attack. What he want to attack?
He wants. I think his idea to play something like rook f8, king e7, rook h8,
yes, but
king d6, and rook f8.
Yes, but that was much more reasonable to attack f6 with first taking on h6 pawn. This rook.
Okay, but it requires a lot of calculation.
Maybe he has an idea to play rook d8 check first.
What's the difference? Rook d7, rook d7.
Rook d7 and then attack. I don't know. Then attack maybe rook,
What's the difference?
rook
I can't
b8.
understand.
No, you just move your opponent's rook out of the open file. That is the idea. Okay, let's say rook g8, I play h5. Let's say h5.
h5 now?
Yes.
Rook f8?
Rook f8 and then rook f8 you have. h4. Let me think. Rook g8. And what if I play my idea with rook c3? What then?
Rook c3, take on f6.
No. Without h5. Just immediately.
h5, okay.
Yes.
Okay, rook c3.
Instead of h5, I play rook c3.
Okay.
But by the way, Aram played rook c3.
Yes, rook f8 in any case.
Rook f8, rook a3.
Take on f6 and take on h6.
Rook f6, king f7. King e7, rook h6.
Take on h6.
Take on a2.
King d3.
King d3, a5.
Okay, maybe this position is really very dangerous because it's related percent pawn, so
Yes.
it's really.
It can be dangerous for white, yes.
Yes, it's very dangerous. Maybe.
I don't think Mamikon played well. I don't like this h5, h6 idea.
Yes, I also don't. I don't like h6 idea. Yes.
Yes, f3, e4 was better. f3, e4, and then first, of course, he needs to keep.
No, not.
Yes, first he needed to prevent b4 and then play f3 and d4. So this whole idea with pushing h pawn, I think this was wrong, because now black has very good chances. After rook c3, pawn on a2 becomes a very good object for attack, and after taking rook c2, rook a2, passing pawns looks very, very dangerous. Let's have a look what Haik has decided. Haik decided to play
h5.
Wait, I don't understand. h5. Ah, okay. Oh, what a strange move, h5. What a strange move, h5.
He tried to complicate things as many as possible.
No, it's a very strange move to me, h5. First of all, I can take on b2, but okay, if I don't want to go through the long calculations, what if I play g5?
Yes, it's a very practical decision, g5. Yes.
So because now e6 doesn't work because of just bishop h5, and then you don't have rook e2. What a strange move, h5. In a both games.
It's very tricky move, of course, but
in the Mamikon's games, h5 was strange move, and Haik just did this strange move, h5. But let's calculate what if rook b2. What will happen with rook b2? What's wrong with it? I think nothing is wrong with it.
I agree.
Nothing is wrong with rook b2. I think David has another good chance to increase his leadership. But h5 is so strange to me. h5. Let's have a look what Mamikon did. Rook c3, and now he's thinking. He created some artificial trouble for himself. It wasn't necessary to do at all. h5. h5. Really strange. g5 is possible, rook b2 is possible.
I guess that Ike was not very pleased with the position and tried to complicate things. Maybe he thinks that after rook e2 he's lost. Maybe I think.
But with rook e2 he has much more chances than after h5. b2 is hanging, so what to do? Then h5 can be hanging also after
g5. Okay. It's g5.
g5, it's easy. Okay, g5 is easy. But rook b2 I think also was possible.
Yes.
But g5, okay, it's much more human.
Very critical move, yes.
Yes, it's much more human move, especially when you have less time left. Then now g6 does not, e6 does not work because simply bishop h5, from where it will attack e2 square field. Then rook e2, bishop h5, so rook e2, bishop h5 I can take somewhere. Now e6 does not work, so rook e2. You know what is interesting? Rook e2 is your only move to play. So why do it when pawn on h5? It was better to play with when your pawn was on h4.
But now I can play bishop f5. I think this idea.
What is bishop f5? So what bishop f5? What? Okay, bishop f5. So. Bishop c4. Okay, he played bishop f5. Rook, where? Rook c7. Rook f8. But rook f8 I don't like. Rook f8 I don't like. Rook f8 also strange.
Strange move, okay.
Rook f8 also strange move.
Like in the yesterday game, maybe David makes some mistake in the position, then he fighting against first pawn. Like in the game with Petrosyan, he had b4 pawn.
Yes.
Or b5.
Like yesterday, yes.
Okay, now I can play e6.
Or g4 or e6.
I think there is no difference because after e6, bishop h5, I also need to play g4 as I understand.
Yes, g4, yes. Bishop e6, g6. Or bishop e7, e8 maybe, bishop e8, yeah? Bishop e8? No, then e7?
Rook e2, or rook c1.
Or rook
So this
c1.
position seems like normal.
I don't like at all rook f8. Rook f8 was not necessary. It's very passive move, rook e8.
Yes, but I want to say that it's not a very easy task to play this position in time trouble and find right square for the rook.
No, it was better to leave on c file.
Okay.
Rook c7 or rook c5, I don't know, somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, rook c5, very strong move because you prevent e6 move.
Rook c5. But rook c7 was also possible. No, just leave your rook on c files. Then you can push a c3. But rook f8 is very passive. Rook f8 is really very passive.
Okay, I agree with you. Yes.
Rook f8 is very passive.
Okay, now I had very good chance for survive the position. So
to play e6 or g4.
E6 and G4, I think, in any order. So, but E6 seems more logical.
Yes. It's not a wasting time for G4. So you just attack.
Okay, G4. We need to check rook.
Rook B2. Yes, G4, rook B2.
2 is 6. A lot of variations. So
even.
Okay, E6 is more direct and stronger.
Yes, that's true. Rook f8, but he's still thinking. Let's have a look what Mamikon did. Rook c3, rook f8.
Okay, this is very interesting rook ending with related opposite pawn on A and B file.
King e7.
King e7.
King e7 played Aram.
Okay, rook h8 is necessary to play.
Rook h8, rook a3 will be played, I guess.
Of course, rook h7, king d6, rook h6, rook a2, and this
rook a2, king d3, and a5. Yes. Or take on f2. No. Of course, a5. This is played. This is already played. This is already played. Maybe I can play king f8 here, no?
Maybe.
If rook h6, then king g7. Or first I take on a2, king d3, and king g7.
Yes, it's a good question.
Rook gc, rook g7.
Where you need to.
Yes, king f8 is also possible, by the way.
I think all retreats of kings are possible in this position. But in any case, white can play king c2, rook a2, king b3, and
after king f8. King d6 is played. Mamikon took on h6. Rook Oh, let me check. Rook a2. Wait. Rook. No. Sorry. King f8 is played.
Yes, king f8, and now
King f8 is played.
now king c2 is very interesting option.
King c2. Yeah, I have to take on the e2. King b3. Take on f2. It's close to draw, yes? King b4. Take on f5. And king c5.
I think it's really a draw thanks to activity of pieces.
Yes.
So king c2 is very interesting idea.
Yes, king c2. He has to play. He has to find king c2. Otherwise it's okay. Some trouble. And let's have a look what Hike is doing. E6, yes. Take on h5. He took on h5. g4.
What a mess.
Yes. At the end of the game, it becomes messy.
Okay, Paragon in real time trouble now.
He has how many minutes he has?
He has only seconds on his clock.
You think it's correct? You think time showed on the board which we see is correct? I don't think so.
Okay, I think in any case Paragon has really time trouble. Very strong pressure on the clock, so okay, maybe not seconds, but only a few minutes.
But not many moves left till control.
Yes, but in this position he needs to calculate all variations because e6 pawn is very strong now, and he need to understand how he can stop this pawn and how he can eat all pawns on queen side.
Bishop e8 probably he needs to play.
Maybe.
No, but bishop e8, you cut off your rook on f8. Then what to do? How to bring?
It's very confusing position.
I can play something like rook where? Rook e2?
After bishop
e8, let's say.
After bishop e8?
Yes, let's say.
I think after bishop e8, white not in danger in any case.
No,
yes.
I also think so.
Why? Okay, if I play something like rook c1 or rook
c1, yes, rook c1 was.
How you want to play? Two your pieces now not in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
And rook and f8.
Yes, that's what I really didn't like rook f8. It was very passive move, rook f8.
And now maybe
okay,
Paravan
is thinking now.
You need to be careful in this position.
Yeah, that's true.
But white wants to play gh, rook f5, and e7. But in this case, maybe some perspective of perpetual check on set.
Let's check what Mamikon. Let's check what Mamikon doing. Okay, he played king c2. Took on a2, king b3, take on f2, take on b4, take on f5. I think it's
yes, but now he take on h6, and he is not in danger.
Or a7.
Which move?
Take on h6 or a7?
I think only on h6.
I even thought maybe king c5 is possible to play. King
Or king c5, but I think that h6 pawn you need to eat this pawn, and after this take on a7 and some point play king c5. So I think this position is draw.
Position is draw, yes. Okay, but I like king c5. Then king d6 and king e7, e6. d6, e6, and then maybe somewhere I'll mate you. What to do on king c5?
Now king c5 instead rook h6?
Yes.
I'm not sure h5.
a5 or what? King g8.
h5.
h5.
Yes. No. Rook h6. Don't play with fire.
Okay.
You need to eat this pawn. It's very dangerous pawn. So
yes.
you can easily stop the pawn on a7. So this
yes,
pawn
but I wanted to play
most important pawn in the position.
Yes, but I wanted to play rook f3.
You have some worry about rook f3?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not big trouble. Okay, I can play. For example, king c5. For example,
king c5, king g7.
Okay, rook h1.
Rook h1.
Rook e3. I can take on d5 or rook a1. So
what you play?
I have a very strong passive pawn on d5.
Yeah, I understand.
I cannot lose this position.
I understand it.
So okay, Mamikon played sometimes not very
accurate.
not very accurate, but nevertheless it is draw position. This is draw with Imagine.
Okay, let's check high game in David.
What a mess on this game.
Oh, he took on f5. Oh. What is this?
Very interesting. So, but after gf rook b2, a3, b3, rook c3.
What is this? Take on b2 and then what do you want to? Rook f3 you wanted to play? I don't understand. What do you want to play here? I take on f5. You take on b2. Yes.
Yes, and a3, of course.
a3. A3. Okay.
f3, b3, and rook c3, and now white is okay, I think. Strange position, but white
b3,
also
rook c3
has strong pawns, so.
And what if bishop e2?
Bishop e2 after rook c3?
Yes, but you can take, yes?
It seems strange.
E7 is winning.
I have e7, it's very
E7
dangerous.
winning, yes. Okay, let's check one more time. You take. I take on f5. You take on b2. You play a3.
It's very dangerous to take away the bishop from diagonal h5, 8. So I think how we want to play?
I don't know. I have to think.
Maybe rook a2. I can take on c4. You take on a3. So
wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I take on f5. So you take on b2. I'm forced to take on b2. Otherwise, there is no reason to hold my play. Yes. I took on f5, took on b2, and a3. a3, yes, a3.
No, f3 is not coming, but wow. Very interesting idea. I found very interesting idea for Martirosyan. He can play f6 immediately.
Instead of a3?
Yes.
f6.
f6, king f6, and e7.
And e7. So, I have to... What, I have to play bishop e8 or not? Wait a minute.
I don't know. Maybe you can
maybe
push
c3
your
or b3, huh?
But if you play bishop e8, I can play rook f3, king g7, and rook
f8. Mm-hmm.
So it's draw. Or a3. So I think this is draw, and a lot of moves are normal for white.
c3. e7, c3.
e7, c3?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, maybe. Okay, of course, f6 is not necessary, but interesting idea.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Now I has enough time to calculate all these variations.
But I think a3 is stronger. I think a3 is stronger.
Okay, it's more simple and practical decision.
But what was your idea if I play b3? What you wanted to do?
Rook c3?
Rook c3, okay. I think I have to play rook a2, rook c3, rook a2. What a sharp position. Very sharp indeed.
Very sharp.
Rook c3, rook a2. Rook c4. B2 is possible or not? B1.
After rook c4?
Yes. Is it possible B2 or not?
Rook b4, rook a1 and
rook a1 and king f1 you have. You can keep. Okay, then I'll take on a3. Rook a3.
Rook a3, and now very complicated position on the board. So what we can do?
Rook b4, I think it's...
Okay, rook b4, rook e2.
Rook a2.
I don't know, king g2, for example.
King
b2.
g2, b2.
Why not? I want to play in some point rook b7 and rook h1, something like this.
Rook b7, king f6.
Rook h1.
Rook h1.
Bishop
e8.
Take on h6.
Take on f5.
And e7.
And e7. Okay.
What a position.
We will have a lot of fun here. No, a3. Okay, nobody asked me. I don't have any much things to do.
You play e3?
Yes.
Very complicated position. What can I say? I think in some moment it must continue withdraw, but finish withdraw. Sorry, finish withdraw, but position is very complicated.
Yes.
It's very complicated now.
Usually it finishes withdraw. Such kind of end games.
Yes.
But rook b2, okay. Heike is still thinking.
Yes, and very important that he can play all moves without any thinking. A3, b3, rook c3, so he can to spend all his time for calculation of this operation.
And what is Mamikon doing? Mamikon took on h6, king g7, rook h3. Yes, it's draw. No, this is draw. Let's switch to the Heike's game. It's interesting. Rook b2. Okay, Heike is thinking.
Okay, and but what's doing Garibyan in his game with Akopyan?
It's equal. It's equal. It's equal.
Equal. Yes.
Yeah, it's equal. Completely equal position after rook h3. Then king c5 is coming, and then okay, king g6, king c5. Aram played king g6. I think king c5 will continue to play.
They can king g6,
King c5, I think. Yes, it's enough. If king g5, then rook h7.
So a5, for example, rook
a5, rook a7.
h8. So this position is
no, this is okay. If king c5, a5, then I can play rook h8 or rook h1. Doesn't matter, I think. Not a big sense.
f6. I played.
Oh, I played f6. Okay. Let's check. f6 check. I think that was one of our variation, no?
Yes, it's very interesting idea. e7, c3.
f6, king f6, e7. E7, C3. I think we checked it already. Yes.
Maybe yes, very spectacular. Very spectacular game. Okay.
C3. I think you played somewhere Rook H3. Yes, something like that.
Maybe.
Or you give no. I don't remember. Rook H3. I think you played somewhere. Yeah, very interesting endgame.
Oh, what idea? Something like Rook H3, Bishop E8, and only after this Rook F3 and Rook F8.
Rook F3. I think we already played it also. King G7.
King G7, Rook
F8 and Bishop somewhere. B5 or C6. I don't know where. C6 probably.
Maybe.
Or B5.
Maybe it's not very important, so.
C6.
Okay, Bishop H5 seems very.
Bishop A5 is also okay.
Move, so.
It doesn't make big sense.
E8 Queen, take.
E8, Queen, take, and C2.
C2. I think at some moment it ends with perpetual check, so.
So it's draw.
It's draw, but not easy draw. Not easy draw.
Draw through the sweat. Okay, E7, C3. We have it on the board. Maybe King G2? I don't know why. Just C2. No, King G2, it's useless.
King G2?
No, Queen G2 is useless.
Useless?
Yeah, I
Why?
think yes. I don't know. Why?
Yes, I understand the approach of giving perpetual check. Something like, for example, King G2, C2, Rook E6 check, King G7, Queen, take.
Queen, take, wait, take. Rook B1?
Rook B1 and Rook 1 E6.
1 E6.
And it's perpetual.
Ah, okay. Okay, this is draw. This is draw. You survived.
But now Ike survived.
Ike survived. Okay. You were playing for a while, that's why I said you.
But maybe he has nothing more.
Maybe.
I think in any case he attack like bishop. He bishop retreats, and after some complications, this perpetual is end of the game.
Yeah, I guess it will be draw. I guess it will be draw. But it's very exciting in game.
Yes, but it's very important that immediately E8 queen is not good. Because take and c2.
Yeah. Take and c2. I think this is also draw. This should be draw.
Maybe also draw, but not easy draw. You need to understand it. Okay, some kinds of perpetual check and
there should be some perpetual.
Okay, Ike has something like 2 minutes on this position.
But he's still thinking, yes?
Yes, and Mamikon played this Aram, and now I think both sides will play it for the naked kings. It's a good tradition of this tournament.
I think it became some kind of mark of this tournament, yes?
Yes.
No, but what to play? Just take on a5, king f3 and rook a3. What's the problem?
Yes, rook a5.
I don't want to be involved in the long calculations like king d6, take, and so I don't need it. So my next move is king d6 and king e6. But maybe with king on e4.
Maybe some problems.
Some problems, yes. No, but okay, how to promote the position? King f3. Okay, if I play. No, okay, king d6 is.
King d6, take on e3, take on d5, take f5.
King take on d5, it's draw. Take.
It's draw f5, king e5, f4, d5, f3, d6, f2, d7, f1, d8.
Yes.
So it's
d7.
It's still draw.
It's draw. But no. We need to check another line. If when you played king d6, let me play king e4. But it's the same.
Maybe not same. I can play king
e6,
for example. So.
But then rook. Wait, where to put? Okay, it's draw. Rook a3 is draw. Rook king d6 is draw. It's all draw.
Okay, rook a6 check was played. All moves.
Because now we.
Ike played rook a6 check.
What he did? Rook a6 check. Wait, let me check. Rook a6 check. Yes. I think king. King where? G7. Yes.
G7, of course.
G7,
e queen, as we said. Bishop bishop e8, rook e8, c2, king g2, rook b1, rook 1 e6. It's perpetual.
Yes. Let's wait.
It's world hand of multi game. Okay, very spectacular game.
No, it's very nice in the game was. But I think black played the wrong move. Rook f8. I think that was the crucial moment in the end.
Oh, which one?
Rook f8. Rook f8 was very.
Rook f8, of course.
That was
But
crucial
you
moment.
say that Ike made some mistakes in the opening.
Yes, in the middle game.
After opening.
Yes, in the middle game, bishop d3 just was one mistake, and then his position just went, just upside down. The end game was very difficult for him, and he got bad end game, and then somehow with some tricks he could escape. So with mutual mistakes, they come to the draw.
Okay. 5 draws. Our predict, yes. But not without the fight.
They are always fight.
Always fighting games.
Yes.
Maybe excluding game Sargsyan 7.
Yes, it was.
And in the game Tersak and Petrosyan, both sides can
They
and
could
continue the game.
they
Yes.
could play on. They could play on that position, and probably they were already close to the control with time trouble, and probably they both didn't want to go to risk.
Okay, E8 Queen, Bishop E8 and Rook 8 was played in the game Martirasan Paran, and as we said, we will see perpetual check after
Yeah,
King G2.
C2 probably will come now, and King G2. Okay, C2. But David has already 16 minutes, so he has time enough to think.
But I think it's impossible to
create anything now.
create any ideas in this position.
Yeah, C2 is very obvious move. And let's check another.
But it was great game,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
And let's check another rook endgame. Ah, okay, here we are. Rook B8. Rook B8. Okay.
Okay, it's still draw, so it's time. I think it's time for a great draw.
Yeah. Rook E8 is coming. D5 is hanging.
So Rook C1, King D6, King F3, King D5, F5. It's very easy draw. Also interesting game.
Yes. Also interesting endgame. Rook F1, Rook B8. Let's have a look. C2, yes. C2, probably I will play Rook King G2 and then Rook 1 E6. Second game already, hike escape. Yesterday he was almost losing. Today he had very difficult end game.
Okay, King G2 and
G2.
now only King G6 is, I think it's last try for play, but Rook 8 E6 and it's draw. Rook B1, okay, Rook B1, it is offering a draw.
Yes, Rook E6 and it's draw.
Very spectacular game.
Yes.
Great respect for Ike and David.
Yeah, that's true. Very interesting game.
Fantastic game.
Yeah, very interesting.
Maybe not very interesting opening and middle game, but
yes,
end game
was
very
spectacular. Interesting. Yes, was very interesting, very tough with you know, with the nuances, with a lot of nuances. And draw. Perpetual draw.
Okay, perpetual check, so great fight.
Yes.
Great fight. No,
good game, good game.
Very good game. I think draws like this sometimes more interested any resulting game. Okay.
Ah, by the way, I just opened the Chess24 chat and Samuel Tersakian, he greets us, but it was 40 minutes ago. I just checked now, I saw. Hi Samuel, we wish you good luck
Okay, all games ended with draw. Now,
Aram also agreed to draw.
Namikon and Aram agreed to draw, so 5 draws in
Five
this
draws,
round.
yes. Again, peaceful round. Peaceful by result, but not by the content. And we already reached half and a quarter of the tournament and still 5 rounds to go. And I think, I'm sure that next rounds will be not less interesting like the ones we have seen already. So let's wait for the more interesting games, more fight, more blood on the board. And see you tomorrow.
See you.
So bye and have a nice evening, everyone.